everyone, it's Mara Allard, and I want to talk about this Sunday, which is Yule, which is the winter festival of the return of the light. And it's a time of hope and new beginnings, which kind of gets lost for many of us with Christmas. But when I energetically felt into the energy of Yule, and then energetically felt into the energy of Christmas, they feel so much different. Christmas feels like, woo, lots of energy, frenzy, excitement, where Yule felt very calm, not in a low way, like a very calm, peaceful energy, not the up. It felt very felt like peace. And so Yule, there's a couple of things that I'm going to talk about around Yule. It's also, Yule is celebration of the winter solstice. So Sunday is the winter solstice, and it's the return of the light in the northern hemisphere. And there are 3 things that you can do. You can do all of them, one of them, 2 of them, none of them. I will be doing all of them. And one of them is writing things that are to be released and burning them on just little slips of paper. Just things that didn't need to come with you into 2026. You no longer need these. Anything that you've been holding on to. Nobody sees this. It's for you. Just write them on slips of paper and burn each one of those little slips on Yule and let them go. Another is to choose a word of the year. And a lot of people do this in the new year, but this is the beginning of the light. This is the beginning of the light, which is perfect for choosing a word. And if you choose to do this, think from now until Sunday, what word do you want to bring into your energy field for 2026? Embody. What word do you want to embody? In 2025, I used the word forgiveness. And as we get to the end of 2025, it was a year of forgiving myself, mostly, and others, but mostly myself. And it feels fitting. And I am going to choose a word for 2026 that embodies what I want for the year. And you can light a white candle. So if you want, when you burn the things that you want to let go of, if you have different colored candles, you could burn a black candle, but any color candle will do. Just burn it in a safe bowl or in a fire pit or over your grill, whatever you want to do. But you can light a black candle as for endings. Like you can just use birthday candles too, so they don't take long to burn. But for the word of the year, if you have a white birthday candle, just use that. Because it's white, you're bringing it in, it's light, you're calling in this energy for 2026. And the last practice is I've talked about this before, but this is when it starts, is the 13 wishes. So if you haven't done this, between now and then, write down 13 wishes that you want to call in for 2026. Write them each on a separate piece of paper. I also invite you to either take a picture of them with your camera, which is easy, or rewrite them because you want to reflect at the end of 2026, did these wishes happen? Which they will. And you want to burn 1 wish a night. So you're going to take these, you're going to write them, but you also want to write them as if they have happened. You want to write them in the present tense, not like I hope, I dream. It's like my friendships light my soul. My bank account is filled with blessings and abundance. My relationship with my brother is beautiful. I'm just trying to think of things off the top of my head. You get the thing. My business is blooming. My business is bursting with customers. My clients are in love with my products. It's not like anything, but it's happening. So my clients are in love with my products. I have more customers than I know what to do with. Like I'm enjoying all of this abundance that has come into my life. So you want to write it as if it's already happened or it's happening. You're going to burn 1 a night for 12 nights. That will get you to the end of the year. And then on the last night, January 1st, I believe, you open that wish and you keep that wish. That is your wish to fulfill. So starting on the 21st, you burn 1 wish a night. And then on January 1st, or the 31st. I can't do math. But the last wish, the 13th wish, you keep for yourself and you fulfill that. All the rest will be taken care of by the universe, by magic. So those are the 3 practices that you can choose from, or do all of them, to celebrate the return of the light, the hope and the rebirth of the light. I asked to pick a card for Yule, and I picked this card, As Above, So Below, Manifestation. And I went to the book, and I had underlined a lot in the book, and so I was drawn to this one part. You have the power to shift your circumstances. The more you heal and grow your inner world, the more the outer world will reflect the light within. I think that that's what it was meant to be. You have the power to shift your circumstances. The more you heal and grow your inner world, the more the outer world will reflect the light within. What we focus on, what we put our attention on, is what becomes real. So inner reflects the outer, as above, so below. So on this Yule, focus on what you want to create. This card is about manifestation. What do you want to create? What you focus on, you attract, and it shows up in the outer world. So be very careful and very mindful as we return to the light, as we step into this new passage in a new year, of what you focus on. What are you dwelling on? The more and more you dwell and scroll and think of the negative, the more you're going to see that in your outward world. The more you focus on what you really want to happen, what do you really, really preciously want to happen in your world? Focus on that. Give that your attention. Give that your tendering. Give that your heart. And watch that bloom out into the open world. That's how you manifest. By tending to your dreams, not to your judgments, not to what's not working, not to the people pissing you off, not to your lack. It's to your abundance, to your prosperity. All of us have days and times of judgment and lack. We're human, we're going to. But if you keep dwelling on them, you're fueling that fire. Stop fueling that fire. Start tending to the fires of what you desire and the life you really want to live. If you want to be happy, prosperous and abundant and healthy, you must focus on those things. And if you're focusing on all the things that aren't working, those become harder to get to. We've reached the point where we've talked about this before, what we used to do doesn't work anymore. We need new ways of doing things and looking at life. So choose wisely as we end this year on where you're putting your attention. Yes, you may have to lose things to move into this, but that's where the growth is. That's where the shifting is. Have a beautiful day. Happy Yule. Happy winter solstice. May you choose to honor this in some small way on Sunday, even if it is just to pause and say thank you to the returning of the light. Have a great one.